Hello everyone. Today we'll be covering Rule 2 in depth of Rule of the Road at Sea. Rule 2 Responsibility. A. Nothing in these rules shall exonerate any vessel, or the owner, master or crew thereof, from the consequences of any neglect to comply with these rules, or of the neglect of any precaution which may be required by the ordinary practice of seamen, or by the special circumstances of the case. What can be some examples of precautions which may be required by the ordinary practice of seamen, or by special circumstances of the case? Well, let's see some of the most common situations as follow. A vessel underway would be expected to keep clear of a vessel at anchor as matter of seamanship. A vessel about to anchor, she must do so without put other vessels in danger which be navigating nearby. A vessel must not anchor too close to other anchored vessels. Enough cable must be put out according to circumstances. If needed, a second anchor should be used. A vessel underway and stopped must not rely on other vessels keeping out of her way unless she is not under command and is displaying the appropriate day marks, shapes, and lights. In dense of fog, a vessel without operational radar may not be justified in being underway at all but should anchor if it is practicable and safe to do so. When two vessels are approaching each other at a difficult bend in a tidal river, it has been held to be duty of the one having the tide against her to wait until the other has passed. B. In construing and complying with these rules, due regard shall be had to all dangers of navigation and collision, and to any special circumstances, including the limitations of the vessels involved, which may make a departure from these rules necessary to avoid immediate danger. This is one of the most important rules within the regulations, which rightly says that no one should rely on compliance with the rules alone to keep them out of trouble. A departure from the rules is allowed to avoid immediate danger, taking into account the limitations of the vessels involved. A small boat may not be seen, visually or on radar, until relatively close to a larger ship. A ship's master is handicapped by the poor maneuverability and speed control of his vessel and may be further constrained by restricted forward visibility, by the presence of other ships nearby, or by a navigation channel. Ships, of course, have obligations to smaller craft under the steering rules, especially when not using narrow channels or official traffic separation schemes, and might be obliged to give way when on a collision course with a vessel of any size. But whether a small craft in a stand-on position should hold course and speed to force the issue when safer options are available becomes highly questionable under this rule. This rule is frequently referred to as the get-out rule. This is because it says you may make a departure from these rules necessary to avoid immediate danger. In paragraph A, it says that you must obey the rules, whilst paragraph B says that if having obeyed the rules and you are still imminently about to collide with another vessel, then you may disobey the rules in order to minimize or avoid the collision. Effectively, if you have a collision or even a near miss, you will have at some stage disobeyed Rule 2. Never ever forget. If you are in doubt of danger, grab that VHF radio and get in touch with the other vessel. Let her know what are your intentions and decide to avoid the danger. Be careful. If any collision of two or more ships takes place, rules says all are guilty because the rules says that seafarers must take actions to avoid collision. Don't forget. If you like this video, please feel free to share with your friends and subscribe our channel for more videos. Fair winds and following seas from Boating Hub.